All right. Well, since everyone's waiting to join, I'll go ahead and get things out of the way a little bit. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Karmic Transmission number 33. I'm your host, Jake Vanderlinden. Coming at you tonight, we're going to have Colby Hake, myself, Ayame Nelson will be joining us here in a little bit, and Clint should be jumping on here in just a little bit as well. Hey there, Tim. Good to see you, buddy. As always, we do have a few things that we're going to have to get out of the way. First and foremost, if you haven't heard of us before, we're Karma Incarnate. You can find us online at karmaincarnate.com. Best place to see what's going on, and even take the challenge if you're daring enough to take a look and see how you can start making an impact in the world with us. But beyond that, you can always find us on social media. You can find us, we're Karma Incarnate. At the Karmic Feed on Twitter is where you can find us on that one. Facebook, YouTube, all the usual ones. We've got those. We've even got an Instagram. Hakester, what's going on, buddy boy? You're muted.
What's up?
I can't hear you.
Oh, of course. I don't know how to work this thing.
But hey, I got you now. It's all coming in loud and clear. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, my friend.
Well, we should have everybody else with us. I was just getting kind of the things out of the way to start that, that makes this run like a professional thing, Your camera's not working for you there, Holmes.
Well, I'm just trying to find a comfortable way to talk to you without just feeling like an idiot.
Well, as Ayami would say, they're mostly going to hear this. So, I would go comfortable is the way that I would go. And this is where I do have to ask you a serious question, buddy. Do you hear that fan in the background? No? If anybody hears a fan, I would appreciate a heads up. Okay, because I'm kind of cooking in this room without some airflow, so I had to leave the door open. And since there's less audience here at the house, what's up, brother? I figured I'd leave the door open instead for a change.
Howdy.
How we doing, Clint?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, brother. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Clint.
You too, man. How are you guys?
Oh, I was just telling Colby I'm kind of cooking in this little corner room in my basement because I don't get a lot of airflow through here. I've even got the window open. And hang on, I'm actually going to open that a little bit more. I'm trying to get some air moving through here so it's not quite so hot in here, but it's kind of slow going.
It's crazy how hot it's been.
Dude. Hey, how's it going? Dude, it's nuts. It's one of those temperatures with all the added humidity that my swamp cooler helps, but this time of the day it just makes it feel kind of muggy,
Yeah, plus it just rained, right?
Yeah. So it's like 30% humidity outside. So start putting more in, and it's just.
Yeah.
But I do like it. That's the one thing. I'm grateful for having the swamp cooler because the humidity through the summer isn't bad, especially here in Utah. But more than that, dude, my power bill is so cheap.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So no AC unit for you in the near future, huh?
Yeah, not until I have to get one. So, but
it's crazy if it's been 115 in Seattle and Portland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really crazy. I had only been really paying attention to it local, but I was just looking at the rain and everything that was hitting down in Vegas and the flooding and stuff. It's pretty interesting what's going on.
We're all gonna die.
End of days.
It's kind of like that one steady thing that you have in life is knowing that there's kind of one day it changes, right?
Well, do you remember growing up in the 80s and 90s, you would have days in the 80s, temperature-wise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have an 86-degree day. Now it just skips from 60s to 90 and 100.
Mm. Yeah, I sure miss those springtime, like lead-in days because it was nice. It was a nice part of the year.
Well, you'd have days in the 80s all throughout the summer.
Oh yeah,
back in the day.
We didn't usually hit the hundreds until about this time of the year. Late July, early August, it would start to get really hot consistently. but nothing like what it's been this summer, where it's just been brutal. This has been
Yeah.
unreal summer. Uh-oh, hang on. Sorry. Our fourth person.
Oh, well, thank you.
Going to be joining us here one second. Technical difficulties.
I forgot I didn't even have the app, so I just barely downloaded it like 5 minutes before this thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened on her, and she's usually pretty Johnny on the spot with it. She said it's not letting her join. Let me.
Well, that's just prejudice.
Hey, sometimes it feels like a nut, and sometimes it doesn't. I guess I don't know. But you remember those old commercials?
Which ones?
The Mals and Almond Joys. Speaking of 90s,
Oh yeah, I do
you remember
remember.
those commercials, Clint?
Yeah.
Where it would just say sometimes you feel like a nut and show the Almond Joy, and then sometimes you don't and show Mounds, and it's like good marketing. If I'm remembering it almost 30 years later, that's got to be pretty good marketing, right?
Yeah,
they-
it worked.
It's kind of funny how that happens, and it's neat because it's that marketing stuff is something that we've always tried to tap into with everything that we do. You know, if you've got something that'll stand the test of time, it's a really cool thing that you should push as much as you can, you know. And and we've got a little bit of that thanks to Ayame's little gift with the pen there. She really nailed that logo design for us. It was really cool. Sorry guys, I'm having a hard time getting this as a message. There we go.
Who's our fourth panelist?
It's Ayame.
Oh, okay. And she's having trouble?
Yeah, hang on.
so bright in here.
Yeah, she's saying that she's having issues with Zoom.
What are you in the corner? Are you in trouble, Colby? Do you get put in the corner?
No, I'm not even gonna say it. Not even gonna say it. I hate Dirty Dancing enough to not even say it.
Oh, come on. You're going to tell me Alyssa put baby in a corner?
No, that is not what happened. I chose the corner so you didn't get the privilege of seeing how dirty my apartment is right now. So you get this nice corner shot. I was trying to get on early enough to get like a downloaded back screen of like I wanted to be on the beach again. I did that.
Oh, you wanted to do another digital background?
You need a dunce hat.
For real.
Well, you look good in the corner, Colby. I'm glad that we got you on here. It's been a minute. You know, you've had that crazy work schedule on Monday night, so we haven't had a chance to have you on in a while.
Yeah, for real. So it's a pleasure to be here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So
Crazy work schedule, huh?
Well, I've just been having to do open to closes a lot because we have just a short staff. There's literally only 5 employees.
You still in the
And
jewelry store?
Yeah, I'm over at Morgan Jewelers at Valley Fair Mall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Slanging that blang.
slinging that blang.
Nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What's on
Yeah.
your shirt? The
Golden Girls.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
thought it was good. I thought I saw the tops of heads. There's gonna be something good on there.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man. So, well, how long have you been at Morgan now, Colby?
I've only been there since March,
Okay.
so a little bit. I mean, my insurance just kicked in, so
Nice.
yeah, that's a bonus.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I actually had to go to the doctor's today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got a new doctor again. It's just crazy. So
Hmm.
back to
Another
MRI.
new doctor? Is it a specialist this time?
No, not this time. Like the lady that I was going to for years, she ended up having to like move back home for family reasons, and so
Hmm.
it's just like, oh, it's just convenient to stay in the same building or whatever because they have like everything that has I've done on file and whatnot. So
Yeah.
I went and saw the doc today and Gonna have another MRI. Woo!
Jeez, man, that's crazy.
What are you having an MRI for?
He thinks it's a pinched nerve in like my lower left back.
Jeez.
And I'm like, that's about the best guess I've heard from anybody so far. Like I told him all those stories about how the one guy said, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you got MS." I was like, "What?"
Dude, that was nuts.
Scary.
Yeah.
That doctor was absolutely insane. Hey there, my friend. How you doing, Naomi?
Yeah, man.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, there
There.
we go.
Looks like you're back in your office, huh?
No, well, I'm in one of my offices. Sure.
I can just tell with the haunted mansion picture behind you, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought I'd change it up this time. Something besides that big white void behind me,
This one?
I love that everybody's got varying backgrounds and different things going on. It makes it kind of fun. You never know what's going to happen. It's like Kevin Steele when he's got his pop wall and stuff like that. And, we've had, I was thinking about it, tonight's number 33. We had Karmic Transmission number 33 tonight. I couldn't believe it. And as soon as I started thinking about it, I was like, it's nuts how many different people and varied ideas and just different perspectives we've had come on, even amongst our group. Sure, we've had Colby on a couple of times and the Steels on a few times, but every time it's always been different. And even to the extent that the backgrounds always change, except for one person. There's one super boring, lame guy on here for some reason that just, I don't know.
It's true. Beige walls are, that's sad even for you.
I know, right? It's like depressing almost.
It's depressing me. I'll say that. That's why I've got color going on. I've got color. I've got flashing lights. I've got all kinds of stuff now.
Oh, that's awesome. I did actually find something though that I need to have you help me with, Ayame.
Just pointing at a file cabinet.
Something that's going to go like right about here, I think. So there'll be change.
I thought you said you wanted to get a cheap frame for that.
Well, you cheap within reason. I mean, come on now. I'm not like that cheap, but I pinch pennies.
What's it a poster of?
Well, it's going to go with the Vader motif. I can tell you that much. It's a cool Vader poster that we found when we went down to Vegas, June, a couple weeks back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I've got to stick with what's going on in here. I can't change it up too much. So.
I gotta say, all this talk about backgrounds, and I just noticed that Clint cut his beard off.
I
know, right?
What's the occasion?
The heat.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Isha wanted me to do it too.
Cut my hair in the heat sometimes, and I'm like, that's scary when I have those thoughts. I have to call someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my wife wanted me to do it too. So happy wife, happy life, I guess,
Oh, I see.
Dude, that's a huge one. That's just look at Dad and Sandy. He always keeps his nice and short for the same reasons.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps you from getting things like this going on, these little goofy fluff balls on the side of your face,
I don't know where you'd be without your goofy little fluff balls on the side of your face.
They make you more look like a wizard, a wild wizard.
We're going to go back to eyebrow conversations again, aren't we?
Yeah. I got to tell you, when they start sticking out to about here, then I'll cut them off for you. If I ever see you start doing that, you're either going to have to get a wizard hat or they are going to be removed.
There's a part of me that almost thinks there should be a wizard hat somewhere in this house. From all the many years of videography that we've done, there should be something.
I've got it over here.
That's where it is.
Yeah.
Clint, I was actually last time when you were out doing your thing with Ben Martin, we got talking about the Chucky masks and the Batman masks from back in the day when Rex and me would dance around in Mortal Kombat and stuff in the living room at the old house. Remember that?
Yeah, make you do funny stuff to entertain me and my friends.
Oh,
But you
That's why
guys
we
seem
can
to
do
enjoy
stuff
the
like this.
limelight, so I let you do it.
it was fun. It was always fun. That and playing crack the egg on the tramp and stuff. We had a lot of good times.
That game is dangerous.
Yes, it
is.
is.
That's
Try playing it
crazy.
with like, 7 of your 19-year-old brother and his friends at the same time when you're like 4. When you're like that size in that picture back there. There's a hat.
Look at
See?
that one.
Now that's a wizard hat there.
This
Mhm.
is the Gandalf hat.
It is
We
actually.
never got to use it, but that's what it is.
It reminds me of the hat on What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show.
Yeah,
This one is only slightly better luck than that.
right. It's not made from a skinned witch.
I'm not going to go that far.
No. But I always think the style was cool.
It's a very fine witch skin hat.
Yeah, it looks real like felty or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it is. I don't know. I bought it off. I don't even know. I think eBay back when Lord of the Rings was
I
still
was going to
relevant.
say that's from like when we were in high school, right?
Yeah. Back when the movies came out, I bought it for the last film that we never did.
What was that one? Not the Harp of Ages. That one was.
It was tentatively titled "The Final Battle for Middle Earth."
That's right.
Tentatively.
Good God. By the way, Clint, I've been meaning to ask, how'd your audition go for the thing with Tiny that we filmed?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear back, so I didn't get it.
Oh, I haven't heard anything. Huh? I've got that. I've still got that clip saved on my desktop, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, I need to ask Clint about that because that was a good one.
That's a no-go, I think. So I don't know. I met an old friend today for lunch, and I might start doing some construction. So I don't know how much time I'll have to do acting.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. It'd be a good job, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of construction?
Just kind of like being a general on different sites, making sure everything gets done. So all kinds.
Yeah.
Probably pretty lucrative right now with all the construction going on. I mean,
Yeah.
in spite of the fact that no one can get wood. Sorry, go ahead.
He's really busy, so
Well, that's really cool, man. That's awesome.
So I'll probably continue to guard through August and then be done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, dude, it's a good thing that it was there and you could do it for a while and help them out. I know that it's right now it's just so weird because I've been running into a lot of people. You hear it all the time, and just it's hard to find people that'll go to work in a lot of cases, because I went over and trimmed some hedges at Dad's house because I usually do that every year, and I started looking at doing a little bit more. And as soon as I thought about it, I was like, man, I need to talk to our landscaper because he and I have the same guy that trim our lawns, And just as soon as I reached out to him, he was like, yeah, there's nothing I can really do because he's just trying to find people to help, It's
really?
It's one of those weird times where there's more work than there are people to do it. It seems like everywhere,
Yeah, they're paying too much on unemployment.
Oh, it's all over the place. Beyond that, you can't fault some people in some regards, but it's more of a mentality, I think. I think the last year of telling people to kind of look out for themselves and keep to themselves and do that, it's a hard mentality to reverse and get people to start going the other way on,
Yeah.
And it kind of takes people getting involved in things to start doing it. And that's where we've talked about it a little bit and we've hinted at it, and I'm really excited to start bringing back like the Karma sticker events and stuff like that, just because getting people out and doing stuff again is what we need to do in order to start turning that mentality around,
Yeah. Is there going to be a sticker event this month?
So For August, no, because we're still in July. We had the karmic transmissions are falling on a late month. Yeah, so we've got in August, we're still not going to have one. We were looking at doing something maybe September, October timeframe, right in there when we're looking to bring something back, maybe Q4. It just kind of depends on where everything's sitting. So, but as I've been thinking about it, it's gotten me more excited to want to just to do stuff, you know, because it's that little bit of motion, you know.
So have you got a good Gandalf impersonation?
No, this is it. This is my entire Gandalf impersonation.
You can do a fantastic Gandalf. I've heard it myself.
No, I haven't done. I haven't done a Gandalf voice in quite some time. So you two are good at it. What are you talking about? That was amazing. You both jumped to the same exact line at the exact same time. People are going to think this is scripted.
You can't script that. Not possible.
It certainly would have been impressive if you had.
Yeah. If that could have been scripted, it would have been done in like 20 movies already. That's the catch.
Hey, who's sit lopsided?
So Tim Kirschman Kirschman?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who's that? He had a comment on how hot it was.
Yeah, being hot and humid in Missouri and stuff. Tim's a good buddy of ours. He's somebody that Colby and I know through various philanthropic ventures, right, Colby?
Yeah.
You remember Tim?
Fraternity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's Tim's a really nice guy. He's done a lot of fun stuff. He was actually the worshipful master the year that I was raised, oddly enough. But I didn't know that. I'm not sure how familiar Tim is with Missouri, but I do know that it's pretty humid down there. One of those southern areas like that are. So, but Tim, thanks for joining in, Tim. We hope that you're having a good time with it. So, but it's neat because you know, thinking of philanthropic and stuff. I'm going to throw out a line that I talked about with our karma agents. And then it's something that Ayame always gave me a hard time with. But I've always looked at our people as they're philanthropists because the entire thing that they want to do is they want to use their energy and their efforts into bettering something, into making a little bit of a brighter and better impact on this world. That's one of the incredible things about everybody involved in karma is that they're here doing this very philanthropic endeavor trying to end hunger through very proactive and engaged means. But at the same time, we're not a charity. We're not like a lot of those functions that we've dealt with in the past and still work with because charities do a great thing. But the one thing they don't do is they don't complete the full like natural cycle of things. They don't bring it back around to the people that are really giving them the thing that keeps them moving. And that's the part where karma is different. Karma is not a charity, it's an investment in humanity. And like any investment, we expect a return on our investment. And on that side of the equation, we're really more entrepreneurs than anything. We're people that want to do good things with our money and have a good return on it because we think that everybody should be able to play in the economic game. And so the term that I coined was philanthropreneurs. That's what we do.
Okay, is that the part I was giving you a hard time about? Because
that's the exact part.
I was thinking about the rest of it, thinking that doesn't sound like me to give you shit about that. But that it was written on a whiteboard, and I remember I could literally feel you roll your eyes the first time you saw it. I could feel. That's how I knew. Yeah, it's like I could. As soon as you said it, I could feel it in my brain. Yeah, exactly. But it's the thing that we are. We're so unique and so different because what we want to do is we want to do good things, but make it how we all get through life together. We want to make it the way that we all play the game. And it's completely unique from all those other ventures because usually on either hand, you're kind of double dipping. You're kind of mixing your different avenues, but when we're coming at it, it's the most just pure and straightforward understanding if we want to do good. And
what's that word again?
Sorry, Clint.
What's
that what
that
it is?
word?
Hold on, I gotta mute you if you're gonna say it again. Okay, go ahead.
Look at this. Look at it. You believe this? You see the shit that I got to put up with?
Are you hurry up and
The
say it?
entrepreneur. There.
Well, it's better than an all-rapist.
All right.
Then a what?
An all-rapist?
What's an all rapist? Oh, a full-on rapist?
No,
This is you guys. This is the problem. Is you sit around just making up stupid words.
an all-rapist is from Arrested Development. When you spell it out, it doesn't look good.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking of the one from Always Sunny when Charlie's going on that date and he's like, I'm a full-on rapist. I help people. I try to do good things. And she goes, oh, you mean a philanthropist? yeah. Sometimes the words just don't come out so good. It's one of those. But it's
got
not.
some time watching the DDKs, and you'll have that one figured out pretty quick.
Here's what I need you to figure out for me, Ayame. Spell it for me. Can you help me figure out the right way to spell philantrepreneur?
You know what? I could, but I refuse.
Why?
Because if I spell it for you, not that you'll ever spell it correctly, because that's definitely not one of your fortes, but if I help you spell it, then it becomes a real thing, and I can't have that.
Why not?
It's a good word.
It really isn't. It is a terrible word.
What's wrong with it?
You know what the sad thing is I don't even think that was it. I think it was worse than that.
No, I think your problem was my and this is where we'll go ahead and agree. My bullheaded way of trying to force the two words together phonetically on a whiteboard. I think that was the problem.
That might have been it. Yeah,
it was more my way of trying to spell it, where it was like, what just happened?
Through entrepreneur. Oh God, it hurts to say it.
It's great.
Oh God, you're killing me.
I think you are one.
Oh, me? No, definitely not.
Yeah.
We all are.
No.
Every one of us here is.
Karma.
I'm a lot of things, but I'm not I'm not that.
But that's why I say we're so unique. The thing that we're trying to do is such a unique endeavor that it really does deserve its own term. And if no one else will do it, I'll coin the thing. But why not?
I would say ask Rex to do it, but he'll come up with a much, much worse word, I'm sure.
Oh.
Now you're just being pessimistic.
No. I've been around these two for 8 years doing this. I know what guys, I guess it's been 9 actually. I know what's coming.
That sounds so very foreboding and ominous.
I'm trying to spell it right now.
See, I knew I'd get her on board. I knew it. See?
Well, you're figuring that out. We did get our Karma logo on the Walk for Love t-shirts this year. So
that's awesome.
You know about that, right? Tim was a Shriner as well.
He was?
As far as I remember, right? Yeah, and so if you can see it, that's our little logo. We're right there in the back, right above Big O Tires or something. Or not.
Well, below Big O Tires. But so tell us what's the whole shindig? What's going down with this thing?
So you got that on the Rock of Love show, huh?
The Rock of Love.
Oh
no. Oh no.
Brett Michaels is in, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, that's how cool this is, people. I hope you understand that Brett Michaels himself is in. Because you just got to give him something to believe in.
That's right.
The Shriners are doing this Walk of Love. This is, I believe, the seventh year they've done it. Yeah, and it's just a big event where they all get together, and they normally, actually do like a 1.5-mile walk, but the past 2 years they've been doing it virtually. But yeah, a bunch of companies from like community, obviously like us, we sponsorships. So we sponsored them type deal because it's a great thing that they're doing. The Shriners are amazing people. Just the work they do up there and how like literally insurance, like they don't even like saying that word there type deal. Because it's like, no, we're here to fix the problem, fix you. Help children, you know.
Yeah,
So yeah. We got that on 1,000 shirts. So that's awesome. Marketing. Back to marketing.
Cool. Back to marketing.
And it's actually going to be September 10th through the 18th. And it's a virtual event. And so you pretty much have to, I just stop when I get tired, but you're supposed to
it's going over several days, I imagine so.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm going to walk all of the days, all day.
Start calling you Forrest.
Well, I was going to say, Colby, you do 1.5 miles just around the blame cabinets all day long in that store of yours.
I think I do. I need to start counting steps, but I don't know how many steps are in a mile. Is that a thing?
Make sure you walk around it the other direction half the time so your nice dress shoes don't get worn on one side.
I think we lost him. He froze up.
You start drilling one of those grooves in the ground like Scrooge McDuck.
Right?
Yeah.
I should just wear rollerblades. That would be dope.
There's probably nothing in the bylaws about that.
Dude, if you're wearing rollerblades in the store, you've got to like have nothing but watches all up your arm and like wearing the rings and stuff. So you like roll up to them and be like, hey guys, you want to buy some jewelry?
I swear I stole one.
Mm-hmm. I'm in the shop, I promise.
Yeah, right.
Replace your normal uniform with a trench coat.
No, people would eat it up. It's the novelty.
Like, you guys got anything on sale? And I'd be like, I do.
Roll around the mall and bring them in.
There you go. Scoop them up in wheelchairs as you're rolling. Just drive them in.
Dude, that mall's crazy. It's dangerous. There's a shop next to us, and they really do rent out little buggies, and they're all like animals. And so there's kids just zooming around everywhere. On like this, they're almost the size of like a little mini, like a Power Wheels. You remember those?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like one of those, but it's like some sort of animal, and they just let the kids drive around the mall crazy. They're just like, keep careful.
It's insane. It's absolutely nuts.
She's gunning for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we were kids, all the parents had their kids on leashes at the mall. These days, apparently, they just drive around however they want.
Yeah, I thought we were getting wiser on these type of things. But yeah, those kids, they could just drive off on you.
Mm.
I think I saw somebody drive one outside the front door. I think so.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It sounds slightly more humane than leashes.
Really? Does that sound more humane?
Yeah, let them drive around on their own. You know, it's like they could go pick up lunch from the food court or cruise on over to KB Toys if that were still a thing. I'm so old.
Oh yeah, we have a Hammond Toys over there.
Hammond Toys.
It's still crazy to just see a toy store now.
Well, Hammond Toys especially, they always had they were one of those old-fashioned toy stores even back when there were other toy stores.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like they have model kits and all those weird off-brand versions of regular toys. When I talk about Lord of the Rings, you go in there, I bet you can find a ton of Lord of the Rings action figures.
Oh man.
They still have a card shop in the mall over there?
A card shop?
Yeah.
No, they don't. They do a thing. It's like every other Saturday, and they have all these people there's regular people, and they can set up in the middle, and a lot of those people sell collectibles and cards and stuff, and it's kind of like their own little swap meet, really.
Huh.
It's kind of cool. They got some weird stuff. It's interesting.
I haven't been to a mall in I don't know how long. Like I just avoid them because there's nothing I ever need at a mall, you know?
I cannot imagine you in a mall in 2021.
Yeah.
Like there's a store over at the one by my house that's all they sell is like shaving for like high-end shaving equipment, top hats, canes. I can't even picture you in that store, and that is you.
Well, do they call the store a haberdashery? Because if they're not using the right name, it ain't even worth going into.
I think it's in the subtitle of the name.
Huh.
Like I want to say that word is in there. At the very least, it's probably on the business cards. It's not Tinderbox, I can tell you that, but it is like, I don't know, you'd probably like it. Of course, you'd have to go through the mall to get to it, and I know that would never happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's nothing in the mall for you.
I can't think.
I tried to get it when they were selling them watches for dirt cheap. I was sending them texts.
He did.
Yeah, but you didn't go up to him in a code on rollerblades though. If you had done that, he might have done it.
Really wrong, right?
I'm just saying, at least we would have known if it was work. And your mom says that place took over the flip-flop shop.
Oh, the hat place? Yeah, because she worked in the mall for a while, back when she was slinging them shoes. And those are comfy shoes too. She really kind of found a needle in a haystack there. But that's interesting that the hat shop took over the flip-flop shop. You went from your toes to your head.
I couldn't have had very many. That place is tiny.
Yeah,
it's like a tiny little shop.
Belt shop.
Huh.
I'm sure they have one of those. It's like nothing but belts.
See, I remember that the whole point of a mall was like socializing, supposedly, was like the thing. Clint, the mall was really more of like an 80s and 90s thing, wasn't it? It kind of fell out of style there.
Well, yeah, before everyone had a cell phone, you had to go somewhere to talk to people.
Yeah.
They're dying all over the country. Like there's a YouTube channel I watch occasionally. This is Dan Bell, and he does tours of dead malls and things. And he just goes, what's that?
I bet that's spooky, like, because it can be freaky.
Yeah. They're not like abandoned yet, but they're malls that are all but abandoned. Like they're still open, and they usually have like a GNC, a Victoria's Secret, and like a Bath and Body Works. And that's it. And the rest of the stores are just closed, and they have like, I mean, so many of them look like the malls that we grew up. I mean, obviously they are because we did, but it's so weird to watch when he just goes to these malls and there's like a handful of old people walking around, and for the rest of it's like everything's closed down. It's very weird.
Yeah. Well, it still shocks me to this day that we kind of have some of those malls. You know, what is it? Fashion Place. That thing's more food court and restaurants than shops anymore, I think.
Oh no, that place is jumping.
Is it?
Like I was over there last week, and I mean it's busier than it ever was when we used to go. Like, and you know, obviously it was a Saturday, so it was a little bit busier than usual, but you know, I went over there on a Tuesday a couple weeks ago, and it was still extremely busy.
Wow.
Good location, I guess. And then they got enough restaurants and upscale clothing stores and stuff there to, I think, attract more people.
Yeah. It's funny, like there's quite a few malls in this state that are doing better than pretty much everywhere else in the country. Like the one over by 90th it's past 90th, but you know where I mean, by the stadium. Yeah, like that place is always really busy. I mean, they also have that giant arcade, so you know.
See, now there's a reason to maybe go. If they've got a cool arcade, that could be something else.
I mean, Colby's been telling you about it for a long time. I would go over there. Like I'm trying to find an excuse to do it. I just
pick a day and let's do it. We can, you know, talking about wanting to do things. That would be a good one for us to get out and do.
All right. I'll pick a day, but you better show up. I don't want any of these excuses. Oh, I have to cook on my big green egg. The furnace exploded. There's a pipe under the house that's flooding my basement. None of that.
Hey, that stuff only happens, when it's just you.
Yeah,
when
that's what I assume.
When it's everybody, usually no one.
That's what I assumed.
Which, by the way, the tenderloin on the big green egg yesterday.
Oh man, I'm so mad I missed that.
Like, I am gonna have to say, I was that guy.
I'm disappointed I missed it.
Oh, you took a picture of food?
I took a picture of food.
You have to upload it so that people can see it properly. But from here, looks. Do you have any left?
Yeah. I got some left.
Maybe
I don't know if it'll make it till Wednesday.
This. Well, I'll swing over there after this and grab some.
Oh, I see how it is.
Hey, you invited me.
So, hey, feeding people's what we do. That's kind of our thing, and it shows itself in everything that we do. What can I say? Because
make them adopt that word.
What's that, Clint?
Make them adopt that word for tenderloin.
It's got to be spelled right in order for you to get some tenderloin. Is that what that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
No, sorry, Ayami.
I would rather starve. And right there, if Rex can figure out how to spell it, there's the first.
That's where it'll show up.
That's the karmic brief, or the title of the episode, one of the two.
Yeah. So, but
philanthropreneur.
I always tell me, do I at least get this part right? You spell it with a PH, right?
I mean, sure, why not?
Well, how you spell it in the chat?
You want to know? Oh, you just want to know how philanthropist is spelled. Yeah, there's a PH in philanthropist.
Well, I know how to spell philanthropist, and I know how to spell entrepreneur. So that's what I'm saying. If we got to merge.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll spell it in the chat for you. I was working on it. I'll spell it in the chat. Here we go.
And I've got a picture of the whiteboard around here somewhere. I'll see if it's spelled the same way. It's coming back around. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wouldn't it just be entrepreneur with PHIL in front of
it? That's not it.
Oh, that's definitely how I would spell it.
Were you going for a yuck or?
No, I can spell a yuck.
Fine, I'll get it out of you eventually. Don't worry.
I'm sure you will.
The cat o' nine tails will show up. That's right.
This took a weird little turn.
Hey, do you know what I did watch though?
What's that?
I started watching Thundercats. They got it on Hulu, but they did I was gonna watch the original, but then I got suckered in because there was one from like 2011, and it's Thundercats, but it has such an Avatar feel. It's pretty.
Interesting.
Is it dope?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. So, but they only did one season. I don't know why, but it was cool.
I'll have to keep that in mind, Colby. I've had a hard time. Sorry, what was that, Clint?
That I started Masters of the Universe, and I'm done with that.
Ooh, good one.
They kill He-Man and Skeletor right at the beginning.
What?
The first episode, they kill He-Man and Skeletor, and then it's all about the chicks. It's a total.
Oh, is that the new one, the Kevin Smith one?
Yeah, they jumped on the woke train.
I heard that was really bad.
Gosh.
How do you kill He-Man and
it's called Masters of the Universe.
That's why.
Not He-Man at all.
Huh?
It's not He-Man at all.
No, him and Skeletor get blown up in the first episode.
It blows me away.
I'm not worried about spoiler alerts, because if you worry about this show, who gives a fuck?
Well, it's the first episode, so it's kind of hard to spoil that.
Sorry.
Again, everyone on the internet is talking about it, so.
Well, great. Now I'm not going to watch it.
this is why I sit there and go, the world doesn't need rehashes and reboots and all. They need something new. They need risk takers. They need people that are willing to go out on a limb and do something crazy. Because rehashing is just, it's bad. So
well,
bad.
they need fans of the material, not people with agendas.
Oh
Yeah.
I would be willing to bet that
Creative writers. We don't need to be freaking scolded and have a talking to and have our wrist slapped when we're trying to get our cheap ass sci-fi entertainment. Give me a break.
I would be willing to bet that Kevin Smith, if nothing else, is probably a pretty big fan of He-Man considering his background. Mm-hmm. But I do agree with Jake when he says that, like, if you're going to do something like, I haven't seen it, agendas aside. To me, it's like, if you're going to do something that drastically changes what people are expecting going into it, then why not just make something new? Like that's really what it comes down to. Is like if you do these things that are, if you do something like that, it's like you don't need to make, you don't need to remake something if you disagree with what it presented and you don't want to talk about it anymore. It's like, make something new that is better, and then it won't matter what came before it, because it'll be done. And I don't know, that to me, like, again, I haven't seen it, but that to me is the biggest problem with it. Is it's like, you want to fit a round peg into a square hole. Why not just do something new?
Why not make a different peg for a different hole? And the thing that makes it so laughable in my mind is the sheer fact that if anybody remembers, there was a 1-2 punch that came out. There was He-Man and there was She-Ra, his sister, and they had the twin series, and one of them killed the other one because popularity works. She-Ra became more popular than He-Man, and it took over.
The She-Ra remake is supposed to be pretty good too.
So, but that's where it's like, you can kind of pull the same format, but take a risk, do something a little bit different, and it can pay off in ways, instead of coming back and trying to take something like Masters of the Universe and rehash it into what you want it to be. And it's like, you didn't put anything on the line, so why should you get any kind of reward for it? You played it safe. And I'm sorry, playing it safe works, but it's not to be rewarded. Reward is what comes from taking risks and being somebody willing to literally blaze a trail in a lot of regards that other people wouldn't want to touch. Netflix, they've done a great job with some of the documentaries. You remember the documentaries, those like the movies that made us and stuff that we were watching, Colby?
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
It was really interesting, but that one, the newest round that came out, and I'm not trying to derail this too much, they talked about Forrest Gump and how that movie got made. And the thing that I thought was the most incredible about it is that the people that believed more that the movie needed to be made the way that it was were willing to literally put their salaries and their future careers on the line to get that movie made the way they wanted it made. And it's arguably one of the greatest movies of all time, and it's got one of the highest box office grosses for what it cost to actually produce the movie. So that's where you take a risk, be daring, and if it's worth it to you, put your own money where your heart is, in our case, and be willing to go after it, because it's worth it. It's worth it every time. And unfortunately, Kevin Smith, just hearing the fact that his name is attached to it, it makes me sit there and go, man, that's too bad. He used to be pretty good. I used to enjoy a lot of his stuff, but it's a shame that that's the direction that he wants to take what he's doing. Hopefully it works out for him. I really wish him all the best, but it's...
Well, I needed him to tell me women are strong, because I didn't know they were strong until I saw it.
Yeah.
Same with Star Wars. I had no idea women were strong until I saw that movie. Give me a fucking break. I'm sick of it. Write a good story. Don't ram a gender.
Still have not lost an arm wrestle with a girl. So just throwing that out there.
Well, that is definitely the bar that we use to determine such things, Colby. Thank you for that.
I thought it was Indian leg wrestling.
I don't even want to know what that is.
That one they beat me every time though.
You've never done leg wrestling, Ayame?
You know what? I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to.
That was a cake one. You lay down on the ground and try to push the other person over their head.
Like walk legs, right? And then you just
Yeah. So you get two people laying side by side with their head and feet facing opposite directions. So they've got to have their hips right next to each other.
Okay.
And the idea is you count to 3 and then you both kick your leg up and try to flip the other person over the other direction. So you're literally just trying to flip them over and roll them over their back.
What were you guys doing in high school? Where was I when this was?
Oh, this was like elementary school. This was way back in the day.
Well, I'd say I know I didn't know most of you back then, but
back when Moby Dick
I don't remember you doing that.
Grandma Cricket was a teenager.
I don't know. I don't think I ever saw any children doing that. I mean,
Well, at that point, you were also living in California, so you guys were, much too good for us rubes.
Yeah, that's definitely true. When I was in elementary school, we were too busy. I don't even know what we were doing in elementary school. I remember distinctly building a DeLorean model, and that was about it.
Yeah. See,
high school, for leg wrestling. Were wrestling. That'd be funny. You open up the teacher's lounge and they're all down on the ground wrestling.
It would be good.
All the kids looking at them.
They're leg wrestling.
Telling you. Leg wrestling.
Awesome.
Kids are placing bets.
The kids are.
And, hey, Ayame.
Yes.
That's exactly how I spelled it on that whiteboard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, good job. Then you spelled it, I guess, reasonably.
Unlike my Kenny Loggins stuff.
The problem with spelling that is that without knowing what the prefix and the suffix is, it doesn't, it's pretty hard to combine them into a word that actually means what you think it means. But
yeah, it's really just a literal mashing together of words. I won't deny that.
Yeah. But like I said, sure, why not? I mean, if yeet can be in the dictionary, I suppose philanthropreneur can.
See?
Philanthropreneur. God, it doesn't make me want to throw up at all.
It doesn't roll off the tongue real easy, but it's a pretty good word. Because what it did is he took 2 words and he made one. See?
Isn't that a compound word?
Yeah, that's very correct. Good job. You know what, Jake? Get it tattooed on your. I want to see it right here.
Tramp stamp.
Or tramp stamp. But if you tramp stamp it, I don't want to see it. I will believe you that it's there.
You'll just know.
You know what? I will take it on good authority. I'm sure Rex will film it at some point, but
ink tattoos never really been my thing.
It'd be a sweet tramp stamp, man. And it'd make your colon exam more interesting. Something to talk about.
At the very least, then your doctor would start to ask you, it's like, oh, what is this? You could put the Karma logo in there with some swirls.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you could. Never mind. This is gonna keep going. This is toilet humor. Is all this is. It just keeps going down.
I mean, we're just, we're circling the drain, but we've only got 8 minutes left, so.
Oh, it's a good time to circle. Circle back around. That is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I like that.
Well, it's talking about the logo and everything else. It's really kind of cool that we nailed such a unique thing, because with that logo and with everything that matches, it just fits. It fits what we're trying to do, and we're lucky. We're lucky that we caught it the way that we did. And I don't really know any other way to put it together than to say that we were lucky. And I know that it was because we have the right people at the right time, but there's still a whole lot that goes into that luck part, because in a lot of ways, there's no reason that we we were the ones that should have come up with this idea. It was just, we were lucky enough to be ready to take the risk. That's all that it was. We had enough pieces in the right areas to want to do something. And that's the action that we're all hoping for. It's whether it's getting you jobs or, putting your logo and your stuff out there on shirts and flyers. It's being willing to take the risk to do something incredible. And that's the part that's always been the most amazing. But there's always got to be that luck. You've got to be ready to go after it. And luck is such a unique thing, because I don't think people give it enough credit. It's needed. And it's a big part of what we've done too, because there's any number of reasons why even through this pandemic, we could have not done what we've set out to do. But we were lucky enough to put all the pieces in place to keep working through it. So it's kind of interesting how much that one little thing can actually come into it, because like a tramp stamp, there's no luck on that one. It just ain't happening. I'm just gonna have to say it, guys. It's not gonna happen. Maybe across my chest, in my chest hair, I'll shave it.
It's a shame. I was gonna ask you to go with me when I got mine, then we could do them both at the same time.
Talk your sister into that one. I think she'd join you.
She gets mad every time I bring it up. She's got higher standards than me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. I want to ask a quick question.
Yes.
Before we run out of time. Colby, this thing that you were talking about earlier with the Shriners, is there a way that we can get involved with that, or when is it happening? How exactly is it going down?
Yeah, so since it's a virtual tour, all the details are really on their website. We have lovetotherescue.org. That's their website.
Should be on the screen now, by the way.
How do I do that?
It'll be
Rex will do it. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna show you your handwriting. And so since it's virtual, they put up these all the people that sign up to do the Walk of Love will get a gift box, and it's gonna have a bunch of stuff from all of us sponsors. And so we ended up putting in a bunch of bracelets and our flashlights. And so those are going to be in the gift boxes that are sent out to everybody. So yeah, and like you were saying earlier, that logo, our logo will be on all of that, and at least 1,000 shirts. That is a hell of a logo, my friend.
Very cool. And what was the website again?
Love to the Rescue.
Lovetotherescue.org. Cool. Well, hopefully a couple of people out there will be able to hear that and get involved with it this year. And if not, I guess it's an annual event, right?
Yeah, this is the 7th one, so it's still kind of relatively new. Okay. Because we've been doing Karma 10.
Oh well, yeah, and we'll be able to talk about it again next year.
Of course.
Well, and it's neat. The Shriners are a wonderful organization. In the past, Rex and I have done a lot of barbecues and cookouts for them. They do their annual motorcycle charity event where they do a big charity fundraiser that way. For those of you that aren't aware, so what the Shriners Children's Hospital does is they do orthopedics and prosthetics for children, and it's a kid loses a foot to a lawnmower and they give them a free orthopedic, and they kind of take them through their entire experience in having to live that lifestyle going forward. They're an incredible organization. They're somebody that we've actually done a lot of work with in the past, and they've got it's through working with organizations like that we started deciding how we needed to make the changes and differences in addressing karma. So there's incredible things that come from that. And this walk of love, I don't know, Colby, you're not organizing a team, are you?
I
don't know, because
I will, yes.
Well, hey, no. So the whole thing is the one thing I had to make a little bit of a joke about it when I first saw it, because the whole thing was like, sign up, give us your money, and then go take a walk somewhere and know that you're supporting us. That was kind of the thing that I got from it. but they've got things in there where it's like get a group of people together and pick a 1.2 or 1.3 mile route and walk it, and you do a little bit of a video on it and then send it to the Shriners, and they're going to make like a big collage and stuff. So they're trying to still make it interactive.
Yeah, I'm just not good at like the social media and stuff. And if I was better at it and people really cared about what I do in my life, I would do like some sort of social media thing. We'll put together a team, but
well, you could do it. You never know who might repost it. I mean, I know Karma's got a Twitter feed and a Facebook and an Instagram, so
I guess I could.
You never know.
Yeah.
Touche.
So, if you put something together, Colby, there's going to be another transmission between now and then, so we'll let people know how to get involved if you want people to get involved that way. So you just keep us in the loop. But it is something that, guys, the biggest thing, and I'm going to bring this up again because it's in the end, it's what we're all trying to do. It's about action. It's about taking the steps and doing something. Colby, incredible work on coordinating and figuring this out and giving us a chance to even try it. Because who knows what can come from it, you know? We could have a dozen people get signed up just overnight in Karma because of this one little event. Who knows? But you don't get anything if you don't take the risk. And
even if not, you're still doing something really positive. You know, like Jake was saying, it's like they do a lot of really good work. So
and that's the stuff it's infectious. It becomes that thing that you want to keep doing. You do something once and you want to do it again. You crave wanting to do it more, and that's what we need as a people. Is we need that consistent action to want people to move, and whatever it is, you know. Shriners is an incredible organization. The Right Care is an incredible organization that we've worked with. We pick on them a little bit, but you know the good that things like March of Dimes and Locks of Love did. There's undeniably good that comes from those things. It's real, but that doesn't mean that we can't do better. And that's the real Karma way. Is the difference is to take all of that and let's crank this thing up to 11. Let's make this so ingrained in what we do that it's how do we live? Well, we do good, and that's what it is. That's what people would, I think, crave. So but it takes action first and foremost, any kind of action. So anyway, you guys got a lot of Jake on this one. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to steamroll it here. So
good.
It's good stuff.
But guys, we have kind of hit that hour. It's been great seeing you. I love visiting with everybody. Colby, thank you so much for joining us. And again, man, props to you. I'll give you bones this way since I can't see you in real life. But dude, it's awesome. It's way cool, buddy.
Nice job, Colby.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Right.
All for one and one for all.
We should do like a four. There's got to be a way that we could. I'm thinking of a Celtic knot in the middle of the screen with all the hands. There'd be a way to make it.
The problem with that is that none of us are in the same location as we are on your screen.
That's what would make it more impressive, is if we got it right.
Has to be over here.
Yeah, see, you're doing good, and then Clint would need to go. Except, we'll try it later. We'll do this again sometime.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's been fun. I love the hell out of all of you.
Love you.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Hey.
Three.
You're not doing it.
I'm catching it. Right now. Good. Don't forget to look us up, everyone. Find us online at karmaincarnate.com. Best way to find out what we're about, how you can get involved, and take the challenge, right, Ayame? That's the big key, right? Take the challenge if you're ready to start making your impact felt. But more than that, you can always see us on all the social medias, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. You can find us at the Karmic Feed on Twitter, a little bit different on that one. Otherwise, guys, thank you again for joining us. I love all of you. And yes, live long and prosper, Ayame. Love you guys. See ya.
Bye.